I think we'll move on to morning tea, but before we do that, we'll just have a quick fire session on a new tool that's making animal identification and genomic testing easier than ever. So Holstein Australia's Adam Sawell is here to introduce the Caisley Ear Tag. I'm wondering if I can invite him to the stage. Everyone welcome Adam Sawell with the Caisley Ear Tags.
Morning, everyone. So my brief from Deanne and Matt was pretty clear for this final session before the coffee break. Get on and get off as quickly as possible. Keep it short. There'll be a few sore heads in the room after last night. So I'll do my best. So as you can see, I'm here to talk briefly about Holstein Australia's new tissue sampling ear tags. So, developed for Australian conditions. We went through quite a process. A bit of a story. I first discovered these ear tags, or came across these ear tags at a meeting with Holstein UK on something completely different. And I can remember the date because it was the 11th of February 2020. And when I went into the meeting, there was something called SARS-CoV-2 knocking around that was really pretty worrying. And I came out of the meeting, and it was called COVID-19, and there was a pandemic, and headed straight for the airport. Anyway, our meeting was to discuss joint youth and other projects, but there was a pile of these tags and all this data and information sitting on the table. So we started playing with those, and I ended up saying, could I grab a handful and take them back to Australia? So Holstein UK introduced us to Caisley. We did some initial field trials, and the initial trials weren't encouraging. The tags originally had a dry desiccant in them, so we worked with Caisley over quite an extended period, did a number of field trials, and we ended up with a liquid preservative, and I think we went through 2 or 3 iterations of that to get to the quality we needed and lab approval. So key benefit to the breeder and the animal: quick, minimally invasive, causes less stress to the animals, and there's an efficiency, time saving and labour costs, certainly when compared to traditional sampling methods, improve reliability and enhance genetic management. So how do they work? Pretty simple. You all know how ear tags work. One thing I will say though, and I've got a couple up at the back of the room for you to look at, that the applicator is particularly easy to use. As you can see in this picture, out pops the vial and you send it to us. So one of our case studies, Tavis and Phil Hall from Western Australia. So Tavis and his dad Phil said the data extracted from the tags is as good as any system, but what stood out to them was their ease of use. And for the trial, they actually put their old tags in some heifers, Caisley tags in the others, and took the samples and found the Caisleys stuck better, stood out better, and they got a sample straight away. Now, Phil runs, anyone who knows Phil Hall and Robin Holstein's, he runs a number of breeds on his farm. I said I think six. And when he first rang me, he said, do you know the most amazing thing, Adam? He said, they work with all breeds, which they do, and we can even print other breeds' logos on them, so bear that in mind. So a very, very succinct summary for you. And I should say, as I said, we can print any logos. They come in a range of colours. We can print farm names. We can just print the number, and we can supply matching management ear tags. And that's it. I've got some samples up the back of the room, so come and talk to me and learn more. Thank you. Enjoy your coffee.